Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another 5-minute build showcase for Destiny 2, where today we are going to be generating supers in a matter of seconds and having the effects span for minutes at a time by defeating our enemies. This build will be showcasing the Sentinel Shield Titan with the Doom Fang Pauldron exotic and the Monte Carlo auto rifle for one of the ultimate off-meta builds. So now let's find out how to gain a super from a few melee kills. Kicking off this build, we have the Doom Fang Pauldron exotic arms with its perk Horns of Doom. This is a central element of the build, and we will be focusing on exploiting its effects to a max. This exotic provides us with super energy from void melee kills, and while Sentinel Shield is active, melee kills recharge shield throw, which extends your super on hit. Taking a closer look, we can see potential for a lot of super energy if you can maintain constant void melees. We can also have the potential for a super that never runs out, given we have enough ads to kill by alternating between shield throw and sentinel melee, since the refunded super is absolutely broken. If the main way for us to generate super is with melees, it's only logical for us to have constant melee charge. The main way for us to achieve this is with the Monte Carlo exotic auto rifle and its perk, the Monte Carlo method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully charge your melee ability with each kill, and I found this activates more than expected. This weapon also benefits from Markov Chain, which increases damage and grants ammo from melee kills. Taking a look at our subclass, we have the Shield Bash Melee to make it easier to defeat targets while also suppressing enemies and gaining over shields from final blows. For our aspects, I've equipped Bastion, where casting your barricade grants an overshield and empowers it to regenerate the overshield of allies behind it and extend its duration. We are pairing this with our second aspect, Offensive Bulwark. While you have an overshield, your grenade charges significantly faster, you have increased melee range and damage, and melee final blows extend overshield duration. On top of this, we get an additional shield throw for our super, which comes in pretty handy to extend the super duration. For some healing on top of our overshields, we need to take a look at our first fragment, Echo of Starvation. Picking up a Void Breach or an Orb of Power grants Devour, which fully heals us after each kill, and I'm pairing this with Echo of Persistence, which increases the duration of our Overshield and Devour buffs. Since we need melee energy to activate our Horns of Doom perk, I've decided to go for Echo of Provision, where damaging targets with grenades grants melee energy. This is extremely useful when paired with the Vortex Grenade, which deals continuous damage to targets, and this paired with Monte Carlo gives us a lot of melee energy back quickly after each use. Our last fragment is Echo of Reprisal. Final blows when surrounded by combatants grant super energy. This will help us get a little extra super from our melee kills, since 9 times out of 10 we will be surrounded from shield bashing. However, this will not be the last element of our build to help grant super energy. For more, we need to take a look at our mods. On the helmet, I've gone for 3 sets of hands-on to gain a significant amount of super energy from melee final blows, and I've also gone for 2 heavy-handed mods on my arms to generate an Orb of Power from each melee kill, which grants an increased amount of super energy from stacking 2 mods. As you can see from the gameplay, the combination of Horns of Doom, Echo of Reprisal, hands-on and heavy-handed grants a hell of a lot of super energy, and this is what will allow us to generate a supercharge in 20 to 30 seconds from a couple of melee final blows. For some extra Orbs of Power, I've also gone for a Firepower mod to generate Orbs of Power from grenade final blows, since we do end up throwing out a lot of grenades. And the reason I want to create more Orbs of Power is to activate Invigoration, where picking up an Orb of Power reduces melee cooldown by 15% from 3 copies of this mod. Since one of the main sources of overshields for melee damage and grenade charge is from our barricade, I've decided to go for 2 utility kickstart mods, granting fast ability energy by consuming armor charges, and from our abilities, we often have multiple charges available. Since this will allow us to use more barricades, my final mod is Outreach for some extra melee cooldown, making sure our ability loop can always be completed. If this build sounds at all interesting to you, make sure you give it a try and tell me what you think in the comments. And as always, I'll leave a screenshot to mod placements right here, and I'll put a dim link in the description for you to check out. Of course, if you enjoyed this build showcase, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content every week, and I'll see you in the next one.